What happened to Operation Lone Star? It's September 23rd, 2025, and these are your headlines. I'm Sydney Henry, filling in for Brandon Waltons, who's on the road today. Texas's border counties are struggling to manage thousands of Operation Lone Star prosecutions after two key state partners suddenly pulled out. Kinney County Attorney Brent Smith says the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and the Texas Division of Emergency Management, both of which had been providing housing for illegal crossers arrested under the program, are no longer doing so. With the Del Rio Processing Center and Valverde County's detention center shutting down, Smith says counties have been left holding the bag. About half of the prosecutions tied to Operation Lone Star in Kinney County have already been resolved, but nearly 2,000 cases remain active across the system. The Kinney County Sheriff's Office alone has more than 700 outstanding warrants for alleged smugglers, plus another 1,400 that can't be served because of limited jail space. The county has been forced to contract with about 10 jails across Texas, some as far away as the Panhandle, because its own facility can only hold people for 72 hours. That patchwork system has created major bottlenecks. The problem came into sharp relief in the case of Luis Alfredo Aparicio, an illegal alien arrested for criminal trespass. He challenged his charges all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, arguing the state was selectively prosecuting men but not women due to housing shortages. The court declined to hear his case, but it spurred similar appeals and further clogged the system. Sheriffs and prosecutors met earlier this month to work on a solution. Smith emphasized that despite the setbacks, border security operations continue. In his words, Operation Lone Star is not over by any means, and many prosecutions are still ongoing to ensure justice is brought to those who violate our laws in Texas. Texas A&M University has tapped a temporary leader after the resignation of President Mark Welsh, but the man stepping in has his own history with DEI. On Friday, Chancellor Glenn Hagar announced that Dr. James Hallmark, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, will serve as acting president at the College Station campus. Hallmark is on record defending Texas A&M's version of diversity, equity, and inclusion. At a January 2023 Faculty Senate meeting, he said the university was trying to distance itself from woke stuff by rebranding DEI as student success. He argued the programs were about helping all students succeed, not politics. Hallmark even warned that removing DEI could threaten A&M's NCAA status, though since the state's DEI ban took effect, A&M has not lost its athletic standing. His comments are resurfacing in the wake of Welsh's resignation on September 19th. Welsh faced sharp criticism for his handling of a children's literature course that included material on LGBT and gender identity for children as young as 3. That controversy triggered backlash from lawmakers and ultimately led to his departure. Despite the state's DEI ban, A&M leadership continues to elevate figures with backgrounds in diversity initiatives. Just last week, Regents approved a DEI advocate as the sole finalist to lead Texas A&M Victoria.
What are the important things out there in Texas politics and Texas news that matter to you, and what can you do about it? That's what we want to bring you with the Luke Macias Show on a weekly basis for 20 to 30 minutes. That way you can get the information and go do something for the rest of your week. I look forward to coming to you every Wednesday.
2 illegal aliens escaped federal custody Monday after one slipped his restraint and allegedly choked a female Border Patrol agent. ICE identified the men as 29-year-old Juan Carmen Padron Mendez and 23-year-old Juan Carlos Padron Barron. They escaped while being transferred from Spring to the Montgomery Processing Center north of Houston. According to officials, one of the men slipped out of his restraints during the transfer and assaulted the agent, choking her before the pair fled. Gabriel Martinez, acting field office director for ICE enforcement and removal operations, blasted the attack. He said the continued demonization of law enforcement has painted a bright target on the backs of ICE, CBP, and Border Patrol agents. A large manhunt immediately followed. Conroe police confirmed in a Facebook post that the men were recaptured outside the city limits after a joint effort by multiple agencies. Records show Padron Barron has been caught crossing illegally at least 3 times, including deportations in December 2022 and January 2023. Padron Mendez, ICE noted, has not been previously encountered by immigration authorities. The 2 men were arrested last week during a multi-agency operation targeting violent illegal aliens and repeat immigration offenders in the Houston area. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.